What is going on, dope heads? We're live in the truck today. We didn't even make it back to Dopetopia. I had to talk about issue 2 of Epitaphs from the Abyss. It is time to talk this. Am I a dumbass? What am I doing buying another copy of this stuff? I said after issue 1, I didn't know what was going on and it was awful. And then I go out and buy an issue 2. One of the reasons I went out and bought an issue 2 is because I know Jason Aaron was going to write a story in here, and Jason Aaron is the first writer that I heard of that was actually a known writer to be in this book. So I wanted to see what he could do. It was a short weekend. There wasn't hardly any good books to come out this week. And then plus, I had really good conversations about this book on my last review of 1. If you go back and you look at the review of issue 1, we had lots of comments, lots of talking, lots of dialogue. I love talking comics. That's why I do this. It's kind of like a book club for me. So I thought, hell, let's pick up issue 2 and give it a go. It can't be no worse. And I was right. It ain't worse than issue 1. Issue 1 was really, really bad. Had 2, politics stories in there. Had really, really, really bad art. But let's move on. This one, the art is not as bad. Cool cover. Can't beat the covers. The covers are great on these. They're also good materials. This is issue 2, like I said. There's only 3 stories in this one instead of 4. The first page, the artwork's always great. If you see this first page, the artwork's always great on this. Why can't we use this interior artist? Why can't he do the other stories? Why does he got to do just one little panel in every book? This is the Gravedigger, and he has to tell you about what a little jab on each story in the book. I like the ODC stuff better, where between each story, you would have a Gravedigger and he'd say a jab and lead you to the next story. But instead in these, you get just Gravedigger one time, and he tells you everything about every story, and you can't even remember it when you get to the last story. But right off the bat, good art. Bad art. Time to start the book. Must be time to start the book. The first story is about a racist gang that goes around just beating up everybody. And one of the guys in the alleyway fell on a nail. What the hell? He fell on a nail. A nail went right in his temple. So, he had to go to the doctor, and they had to pull the nail out of his head. Really bad art. But, he still looked up to his leader. His leader is the greatest. And he decided whenever his leader was asleep in the bed that he was going to go in there, and everybody must know how great his leader is. So in order to know how great his leader is, he went up to him while he was asleep and stabbed him in the head with a nail. Shrunk. I don't know. It's the stupidest story. Terrible artwork. I'm giving the artwork on the CGC grading scale. I'm going to give the artwork a 1.8. And the story, I'm going to give it about a 2.0. So it's keeping on with where issue 1 left off. But then we get to this. And it's called Gray Green Memories. And the artwork is not bad. It's drawn and written. The story's written and it's drawn by the same guy. And you can see the artwork's really not that bad. Story sucks. It's just a zombie sitting in an alleyway looking at the damn stuff on the grocery shelf. And there's really no story at all. It's about a zombie that don't know why she's at the grocery store. She can't remember. And then a woman comes in and blows her head off. And now her head's laying in the grocery store, and she still don't know why she's there. So there's no story to it. Just a waste of room, waste of space, waste of art. The last story, though, is the Jason Aaron story. Jason Aaron story. artwork's not bad. That last one, the last story, let's give it a 3.0 on story, and about, I'd say, a good 6.5 on interior art. And then the last story here, Jason Aaron, the one I was most excited about. The art, I'm going to give about a 5. The art's okay. Nothing great. The story, though, was the best story ever in Epitaphs for Abyss, which is not saying a lot. But it's the greatest story ever in Epitaphs for Abyss. Way to go, Jason Aaron. You should have the best story. They're using you to back cleanup. I don't know why they waited to issue 2. I guess because they thought maybe they'd get up sales after that. You know, one's going to bring in the sales anyway. It's issue 1. And with Jason Aaron on issue 2, I guess they figured, hey, he's backing cleanup. People will buy it. And I did. I bought it just to see what it was about. And it was the best story. It's about a guy that was texting and driving, and the woman in the car that he thought was a doctor basically took him to a hospital where there was nobody there, an old abandoned hospital, and she drugged him up and basically cut all of his limbs off, and she's torturing him. But the stories are so basic in these books. Really, really nothing to them. I mean, it's really a waste to read. And I would tell you I'm not going to buy no more, but who knows? Who knows? If it's a slow week and I don't have nothing to read, I might buy another one. But boy, I'm really not enjoying these. The only thing good about them is the materials and the covers. And it's really just hot dumpster juice. But I'm going to give it on the full scale, the whole thing all together. I'm going to give it a CGC 3.0 for art and a CGC 3.0 for the stories. So overall, let's give it a 3.0 blue label. And sorry we couldn't do better. If you read this and you like it, talk to me in the comments. If you don't like it, talk to me in the comments. That's why I do this shit. I like to talk to y'all guys. And until the next time, read your comics.